I, George Jarvis Miles, am in a reminiscent mood regarding my early life. Herding sheep had some advantages other than the solitude that encourages study and meditation. There was excellent fishing in the holes in the creek that ran through the meadow that could be caught any time one would bait a grasshopper on the hook and drop it into the creek. I ate trout until I became satisfied, and then returned to mutton until again fish hungry. The dogs were my only company, and I treated them as my best friends, for herding sheep is impossible without the help of good dogs. It took me several weeks to get used to the night noises, the bird calls, coyote howlings, the hoot of an owl. But the most frightening night noise was that of the sheep in stampede caused by the attack of a mountain lion. One night I had 25 sheep killed by a marauding lion. This night, the sheep had bedded some distance from camp, but close enough to hear their running and blatting. The next few nights I took my bed out near the sheep and tried to sleep near them in order to scare away the lion. I fired my rifle at intervals to accomplish this, fearing for my own safety as well as the sheep's. Those nights, I fully appreciated my dog who slept on the edge of my bed and kept a wary eye on the darkness surrounding us. One unforgettable experience was the time my shoes were completely worn out. The dampness of the meadow had rotted the sole leather so that chunks dropped out of the soles, shoe nails and all, leaving me really on my uppers. My feet were causing me excruciating pain as I circled tracks and tried to keep the herd intact. The sheep were cold during the wet spell and wanted to go. Some ran one way and some another until both I and the dog were about to fall from exhaustion and exposure. After several days of this agony, Baker came. Seeing my predicament, he left me to go to the other camp to borrow a pair of shoes from the herder. The next evening, Baker returned with a fairly new pair of shoes. I hurriedly tried them on. Too small, but I told Baker they'd do until he could go to town and buy me some my size.
My feet! I can't take this anymore!
Hurts worse than with no shoes.
After several long days, Baker returned with my shoes, and he took Joe Hatch's pair back to him. After many days of doctoring my feet, I could again resume my usual quick pace, and herding became easier. This year was 1914, the year the war broke out. That fall, After we trailed the sheep down off the mountain, I quit the herd to return to school at Dixie College. My summer experiences of 4 months' duration had matured me from a boy of 17 to a man in wisdom and endurance. We were formally enlisted at Fort Douglas, Utah, the 17th of April, 1917. As I had dreamed of becoming a doctor, I joined the Med Corps. I persuaded my cousin Richard to go with me, the first two from St. George to enter the service.